Good afternoon. It's all very quiet up here. It's not especially cold, we've no frost this morning. Can't see any birds. Okay, I can't hear anyone. A few sparrow tweets. I think I heard a mouse last night, but nothing went in my trap. So I didn't bring anything to get this out with, which is a bit silly. Excuse me while I just arrange myself. I've got this crumbs container, but I'm not sure I can get it out and hold the phone. That's cake. I keep buying cake and not eating it. So I bought a Dorset apple cake and didn't eat it. That is, oh, disaster. I bought some shortbread biscuits and didn't eat them. Homemade ones as well, so I soaked them in. And they still feel quite claggy. Oh, I'm going to have them all over my fingers. Lovely. Yeah, I soaked them, but they're a bit... Oh, the birds will work it out. Like those jackdaws can manage anything, I think. Yuck. I'll just clean my fingers with some seed. Right, there's still more of that. Let me get a handful. It's mostly Dorset apple cake. Such a waste. What happened was I think it would have been all right to eat if it hadn't had the apple in it. The apple was, I imagine, stewed apple, and it went mouldy. It went mouldy before I managed to eat it. I didn't have any of it, I don't think. I think I'd managed to save a slice and I put it in the freezer. What happened was we had a fair. We had a Christmas fair in the village at the art centre. People made cakes and nobody came to the fair, hardly anybody. There were all these cakes in the stall and I thought, goodness, this is such a shame. So I bought the Dorset apple cake and I bought the coffee cake, which turned out to be vegan, which is great because I'm trying to be vegan. Oh, there's quite a lot there. Shall I just give them some crumbs because they've eaten the crumbs? And the coffee cake looked amazing. And I have had some, it's nice. I don't think they should have those big bits, so I'm going to have to break them up with a knife or something. Perhaps I'll just take the rest of it out. Otherwise it's going to go mouldy, isn't it? Let's just get it out. That's it. I would think that will probably go today. The wood pigeons will have a good go at that. And the doves. Yeah, so I bought the cake really because no one else did. Is that still frozen? Good grief. I can't think of anything else to do other than to put a bit on the top. Can't break it because that's resin, that thing, that probably just snap. Yes, so I've ended up putting the majority of the coffee cake in the freezer. And I don't eat a lot of cake. What I normally do, proper old lady, I have cake with ice cream in the evening. Where's my robin? I haven't even been having that because people gave me chocolate for Christmas, so I've been eating the chocolate. Very unhealthy diet I've had for the last couple of weeks. I expect everybody has. Where is Robin? He's not about. Sorry, this is going to be a boring video. Just me waffling on. Can't see any birds. I can hear the sparrows. But I don't think the robins are in the garden. See, they might go over there. They might go in that garden, which is a strange garden because it goes uphill like this does, but it goes uphill in steps rather than in a slope like this. So it's a kind of step garden with a few shrubs and things. I don't think it's got any lawn. This was a lawn. Can you believe it? This was a lawn. When I bought this house, this entire garden was a lawn. And that wasn't there. Sparrow's tangle wasn't there. The pear tree wasn't there. I put that there. That's a wild rose over there. That wasn't there. Holly tree was here. That elder wasn't there. The lilac was. This gorgeous green-leafed thing that's gone right up, that wasn't there. this thing that has tiny little purple berries. That wasn't there. Wisteria wasn't there. Really, I mean, the bay wasn't there. The only thing that was there was the cherry tree, the lilac tree, the holly tree. That's it. I put everything else in. The lady that sold the garden, because the garden belonged to half of the house, because the house was 2 cottages. The lady that sold the garden had 2 Victoria plums right in the middle of the lawn. And just before we exchanged, she cut them down. I was absolutely distraught. I was so looking forward to owning these 2 Victoria plums, which stood kind of here. I was so excited about it. They were dripping with plums every year. She cut them down. And why would you do that when you've put them in the description? They're in the garden. The people who've bought the house have come. They've seen the trees. They want the trees. She cut them down. The poor trees. I was distraught. I put that apple tree there too as well, the bent one. That hawthorn was there, but it was part of a hedge, so it wasn't a tree. Because there was a hedge all the way along here, and my next door neighbour cut it down. Cut my hedge down. Honestly, extraordinary things people do here. It's incredible. It was my hedge and he cut it down. I have no idea what he thought he was doing. Just destroyed it, and that's all that was left, that hawthorn. And this one bit of privet, which he attached to a stake, because when I discovered what he was doing, I went absolutely mad. He said, oh, I've saved this bit. Great. It was the only hedge in the garden, and it was great for nesting, and it's gone. People are incredible, honestly. So yeah, so I lost the... Oh, the sparrows have all come to the bird table. Can you see? Where's the bird table? Put my glasses on. There, the sparrows are on the bird table. I think that might have been the blackbird. Yeah, people cut things down willy-nilly. A friend of mine's going to cut a hazel down. Don't cut it down, just reduce it. Just reduce it. Don't cut it down. They produce some wonderful catkins and nuts. I mean, look, they're all fluttering towards it. I've got a hazel. I've got a hazel over here. That's my hazel. I planted that, and I planted the viburnum next to it. No, that's sorry, that's the viburnum. That's the elder. I planted all these 3, and they're wonderful. The birds are always in them, and the squirrels come and take the nuts, and as you know, they plant them. And then they forget to come back to them, and I get these little baby trees, which I've got to get into pots. I get little baby hazels. So yeah, people cut trees down just at the drop of a hat, and it just, oh, it upsets me so much. We lost 2 beautiful holly trees. Just over from my holly tree, there were 2 holly trees outside the British Legion, and they cut them down. And one of them, I mean, they got to have been 70 or 80 years old, and one of them had berries over it, all you know, it produced masses of berries in the winter. It was fantastic. It was beautiful. Yeah, just cut it down. It was damaging the wall. It was damaging a 1970s brick wall, and they cut it down. Oh, I despair. I despair. So Rob and I got to do some more work on this next week. Bring lots more wood, make it bigger. I mean, it can come out here. It can go back quite a lot and come up to this, just to make more residence. Because clearly, you know, I think I heard a mouse last night, but I'm not hearing a lot. So I think there's a lot of them living out here in that. You know, it was sort of 75% successful. No bees today. No bees. No robin. I can hear the sparrows just fluttering about. Oh, they're up above me. There's loads of them up there in them. Yeah, they're coming down to the bird table, but they're waiting for me. I'm not that far away, so I'm about there. That's where I am. And I'm too close to the sparrows. They're very shy. Right, I'm going to go in. I didn't have a plan today. Overslept dreadfully. So I think I'm going to take myself off to Sherborne for a cup of coffee. Have a good day, folks.